What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are here at Highland Front 9. This time it's not a putter review. This time it's an approach disc face-off. We have Charles the Cosmic Neutron Stabilizer, the one currently that I throw. I throw the Stabilizer 3303. It's in my bag. What I'm interested at possibly either replacing or being an addition to my bag is the Doomsday Discs Proximity Mine. This is in survival plastic, and this one is in clandestine plastic. The survival is slightly domier and slightly gummier. It's a little bit softer of a plastic. It's not quite as firm or stiff. This one has a little bit more stiffness to it, and this one is pretty flat. So I'm interested to see the two differences between those two, and then also between the Stabilizer and the Proximity Mine just in general. I'm gonna toss these all today, and unlike the battle of the one speeds, everyone gets a point on every hole, but closest to the pin gets 3 points, furthest away gets 1 point, the middle one gets 2 points, and we'll see who ends up with the most points at the end of this video. Starting off though, straight out of my bag, we're gonna go Stabilizer, and then I think we're gonna go Survival and then Clandestine, just kind of as a starting tee order. 216 feet right down there at the bottom of the hill. These discs I'm really loving to throw on forehand. They're pretty good on backhand too, which we'll see on a couple of holes, but for the most part we're gonna be really leaning into that forehand release. That's a pretty good shot. All right, Stabilizer still has it. Go in. Oh. Clandestine, 3. Stabilizer, 2. Survival, 1. And also, unlike the putter, the one speed battle, I'm actually gonna do the correct order. So if they won the hole, they get thrown first. Hole number 2, 285. I don't think I'm gonna be inside circle with any of these, but the furthest or the closest are still gonna get the points. How about lacing a gap? That was amazing. Or just hear the actual gap. So good. All 3 of those were fabulous shots. It's pretty hard to see where they landed from the tee pad, but they just reversed orders. Now everyone's at 4 points. Hole 3, 190. You know we're going forehand left gap. Survival's up first this time. Great shot, a little short. I think I put a touch too much hyzer on it. That's better, almost a little long. Kick of the century. I think it might be closest after that tree kick. Go Stabilizer, Clandestine, Survival. So Stabilizer actually won this hole. Stepped out here, we actually have a bit of a breeze right now. 270 feet at the top of the mound, and we're testing the forehand, so we're going forehand. It doesn't look like a forehand hole, but if you throw it right, you can get there. It's a good rip, but short. Oh yeah. Both of those I think are closer than the Stabilizer. Hole 4 was Clandestine, Stabilizer, survival, so 9 and 9 and 6. 230 feet around to the right. Forehand again, because I'm going to throw these mostly on forehand. Oh, that's a great. That hooked on my finger. It hooks. So survival does have a little bit less torque resistance, a little bit more flip up if you're throwing it on a forehand and just torquing it, or if you're really ramping up on a backhand. So I think based off of survival versus clandestine, I think I'm more likely to stick the clandestine in the bag, play with the survival during some like fun practice rounds and some other stuff, but really work with that clandestine plastic as opposed to the survival, just because it's going to give me a touch more stability or a touch more torque resistance, I think. In this order, they landed 12, 8, and then 10. So clandestine is up first. Hole number 6, 187 feet right down there at the bottom of the hill, forehand down the middle gap, and hope you skip flat to the right. What a terrible roll. Survival, 3 more points, so it's at 11. Stabilizer, 2 points, so it's at 12. And clandestine is 1 point, so it's at 13. Hole 7, 264 feet, bends around to the left. I think this will be the last time we throw it backhand, because the last 2 holes definitely can play more for forehand if you're trying to do that. So backhand, we're going survival, stabilizer, and then clandestine. Get them out there, try to get them flattish and pump them. That is not what we wanted. I think it's going to depend on where those 2 finish, because those 2 were both really good shots. The first one just came out on hyzer when I said I should have released them flat, and now I'm paying the price. Proximity mine has it over the stabilizer. Back to 2 points straight up. So 11, 14, and 16. Clandestine has the box here. Hole number 8 is about 200 feet right down there at the bottom of the hill. It should be a soft, try to throw it soft, because if you throw it hard, these discs glide far enough that with the downhill, they're gonna carry too far. So soft it, try to keep them flat, or in the case of the stabilizer, try to give it just a touch of turn, but I'm not going my traditional like power grip. I'm going a little bit more catch disc approach shot style throw. Just comes out so clean. Yikes. Well, I know which one's taking 1 point. Survival plastic's great, but I think it's something about the humidity on today, just not throwing it as good. And I know that the humidity around here changes and varies quite a bit. So I think I'm not gonna lean on the survival plastic. I'm still gonna throw the last hole with it to see where it kind of stacks up. And I'm not sure if the stabilizer or the clandestine proximity mine are closer. But I know that the survival proximity mine is going from 11 to 12. Yeah, so here's the clandestine, and the stabilizer is over there somewhere. Yeah. It gets second. So 12 points. What was that? 14, so now 16 and 19. Basically this one is 1, and I kind of kind of knew at like hole 4 that this was going to be the one. I think with the way that my game has evolved over the last couple of months and over kind of the last year, learning and being more comfortable throwing on hyzer and different amounts of hyzer, and being able to throw flatter and not just torquing over on overstable discs. Stabilizer was great like 3 months ago, but now I'm having a tiny bit of trouble controlling it precisely, just because I'm not as used to throwing the forehand anhyzer flex approach shots. I'm trying to do a little bit more flat to anhyzer approach shots, so it's great. And when the leaves fall out of the trees, so winter or when the wind picks up in the spring, might be looking back to the stabilizer to help out in those situations. But for now, I think I'm going with the clandestine proximity mine. As crazy as it sounds, Doomsday actually has a disc or a mold that's going into my tournament ready bag, and it's insane. They're doing something right over there, because while most of their discs are they feel like throwaways and they're jokes, this one is not a joke, and it is absolutely incredible. Still one more hole though. Let's see if I can get closest one more time. It has the box. Hole number 9, 203 feet. Go up there and then fade. They kind of got a bit of a straight skip though. Not the best thing. Oh, that's not good. Well, survival 1 out, clandestine, and still got a second place, so crazily enough, clandestine hit 21 points. That's incredible. That's insane. All right, clandestine is going back into my bag. Stabilizer staying in my car for in case those windy times pop up. And survival proximity mine might even come out tonight, because I'm filming this on a Friday, and so on Fridays we have those random draw doubles. Might be playing with one of those on some random draw doubles nights. Might be a lot of fun. If you enjoy content like this, make sure to like the video. If you want to see something new, make sure to comment that down below, and make sure to subscribe for the brand new content and for all the subscriber only giveaways. Until next time, see you out on the course. Gonna try something new.
Play your own. Wow.
Try to.